Hey everyone, in this LEGO Fortnite how to build a simple shack video, I want to show you exactly that. The simple shack is the first building that you can build after you've created your village with a campfire. So you're going to need 13 pieces of wood, and the simple shack is a good thing to build straight away so you can have a bit of cover for your crafting bench in case it rains. You're going to need all the wood, so have a little look for wood like this, move over to it and collect it like so. And down the bottom left hand side you see it says wood 17, so I need 13 pieces, I've got 17, we can build that first shack. So we need to build it near the village. So here's my location here. So what I'm going to do now is hit the build command with B. Down the bottom left hand side, a bit different button for you if you're on the PlayStation, circle on there. And then to access the builds, what I've done is I move from LB to RB on my controller, or if it's a different button, it's at the top left hand side for you. And there's the starter shack. When you're ready to construct it, you simply press A to select it, or whatever button shows down the bottom right hand side of your screen. So I'll select this, and it moans if I try and put it over the fire, as it should. That would be a bad idea, but it'll say another object is in the way. Now you're free to then build this wherever you want within a certain area of your village, and if you get towards the end of that area, it'll warn you there's kind of like a little force field. I can't actually see it here. It seems quite happy for me to build in various areas here. The other thing you may want to consider is whether to ideally place it somewhere that's relatively flat so it's fairly easy to access for you. But this hill's not too bad, so we're all okay here. But you can see I can't build it next to the tree, but I can build it here. When I'm ready to build it, down the bottom in the middle, you see it says build is RT. If you want to rotate it, you can use RB, LB, or L1, R1 on the PlayStation. If you just want to do a small movement, you can use your left on the, or right on the D-pad, or up and down, like we're doing here. So let's say we are happy with that location there to build it. So I'm going to do that. So right trigger to build, and then it says start build. So remember, we've got all of that wood already, so we can hit X to start build. That would be square on the PlayStation. And then it will show the parts that I need to build this. So there's these different stages and also different parts. So up the top left hand side it says we're on stage 1 of 3, and for this first stage we need to build all of these things. So I'm moving between them with my left stick, and then I simply pick which one I want to build first. So I'm going to go with the floor, so the shack wide floor, which is going to need 1 wood. So I'll hit that with select. And then I simply move over to here, and when it's green, that means I can move it. I'm using the left stick to kind of steer around there, and when it's green and locks into place, happy days, we can do that there. Now, Sod's Law would say that I would be hungry here, so I'll just jump out of here and we'll just quickly eat something. So we will just eat this raspberry and then go back to our build. So if you do need to do that, you can come out of the build by hitting B, that would be circle on the PlayStation. Right, back to our build, we go back up to it here, X to start it, and you can see we've got the shack wall is the next thing we're going to do. So we'll select it with A, and this one you can see sometimes it's a little bit confusing where it goes. So if you have a little look around it, you can see we've got this kind of blue outline. And as I move close to it, it should snap into place. Sometimes the snap can get a little bit confused, but hopefully that'll work. You can try rotating it around like this with LB/RB. You can also try holding snap mode, which sometimes can help as well. But for this simple shack, it's relatively solid, so we'll be fine there. So we'll hit right trigger to build that. Switch the part again, so we'll come back out, and you can see it says swap parts B. And we'll go over to the shack pillar and build this as well. So I'll move here and wait for it to go green, and the same here. So that's the first stage complete, and now we can move on to the next stage. So we'll swap parts, and you can see we're now on stage 2 of 3. So we'll select the next part, the shack half wall, and this is up high, so you can see this one is quite high up in the sky. I'm using my right stick to kind of look up there, and then I'm going to put it in place like this, right trigger. And then we'll do the same thing here. We'll swap the parts and go for the roof. And again, same thing. So we've got stage 2 complete. And we'll go for the last stage now, which is simply the shack ridge. And again, same thing. We need to look high up here and try and get this in place, which might be a little bit harder because it's so high up. Oh, there we go. I got it there. So let's just move here. On certain buildings, which I'll probably cover, you may want to create yourself some sort of way of getting up there. But in this case, I'm hoping we'll be able to reach. Can't quite get it. It's funny, I had it a minute ago, so I've got to try the snap and see whether... Oh, there we go. Got it. And there we go. Starter shack is done, and that then gives me access to 3 build recipes, which I'll cover in separate videos. I hope that was useful to you. If it was, give us a thumbs up, please. That's much appreciated. Any comments welcome, and I'll see you again in another video. I'll put a playlist at the end of here with other tutorials on LEGO Fortnite. Hopefully that helps you out as well. And if it does, hit that subscribe, will you? Thanks.